Modern Secondary School.
Mr. Chairman, laudable judges, opponents, colleagues, timekeepers, audience, good afternoon. Mr. Chairman, it is my duty to correct the flawed statements made by my opponent. I know she believes them to be true, but sadly, they are not. She said that human resource development is the key because of HIV strategies and training. But having the education and the skills and actually doing the work are two different things. Mr. Chairman, we are here to convincingly illustrate that human resource development is not the key to raising output levels in Grenada. It is only a fraction of the pie which affects productivity. In order to do this, it is imperative that we define some fundamental concepts. Firstly, according to Wikipedia, human resource development is a combination of training and education that ensures the continual improvement and growth of both the individual and the organization. The Oxford English Dictionary defines productivity as the rate per unit area or per unit volume at which goods and services are produced. It also defines the term key as being of crucial importance. We will focus on the use of a number of elements that we believe are responsible for raising productivity levels. I will shed some light on how price, job opportunities, and incentives can raise productivity levels in Grenada, while the second speaker will show how availability of materials and work ethic greatly affect output, the rate of output. The third speaker will summarize a point and put some finality to our argument. It is widely known that human resource development in a vacuum cannot raise output levels. Mr. Chairman, skills training and increased education cannot be a miracle drug for the illness of low productivity. Statistics show that the Department of Human Resources alone provided 234 scholarships in 98 different areas during the last 8 years. But alarmingly, during the same period, real growth rate of GDP has fallen from 5% to 0.9%. Shouldn't there have been an increase in productivity with the amount of trained persons? Mr. Chairman, the key to raising productivity is not human resource development, but the utilization of many factors working hand in hand. One of the most crucial aspects of raising productivity is the price motive. According to noted economist and former Prime Minister, and I quote, "The greatest incentive to production is the price of the product," end of quote. When prices are high, producers are encouraged to increase their output. Case in point, Mr. Chairman, between 1987 and 1990, Grenada and Indonesia formed an oligopoly cartel and controlled the amount of nutmeg on the international markets. In 1986, the world price for higher grades of nutmeg was approximately US $1,000 per ton. But after this arrangement, it rose to over $6,000 per ton. The price was so high that according to the then Minister of Agriculture, Mr. George Rizan, in 1988-89, farmers received 2 back pays. Let me repeat, 2 back pays. The farmers reaped every grain of nutmeg and productivity was highest just during this time. The price, Mr. Chairman, and not any human resource development was responsible for this. Mr. Chairman, in many instances, people acquire skills that are so sadly not utilized because there are no avenues available to exploit them. In a recent survey done in the community of Guelph by my colleagues, 56 unemployed persons were interviewed. 57% of them possess various skills in bartending, food preparation, computing, tiling, office administration, and tertiary level certificates, and yet cannot find a job. So how can they contribute to raising productivity levels? Please tell me. To rectify this, we need more job opportunities. What's the use of training and education when it is not applied? Mr. Chairman, some folks who travel abroad to study remain there after completion. Do you know why? It is because of little or no available opportunities in Grenada for them. The training then has no purpose, and so they seek employment elsewhere, resulting in brain drain. These persons would have had jobs where they worked, jobs where they produced, and now some of these persons are not even contributing to Grenada's productivity. Incentives also affect productivity. Ronald W. Reba states, and I quote, "Before engaging in any activity, every human being, consciously or subconsciously, asks the same question. What will I get out of this?" End of quote. In order for persons to increase productivity, we must attend to their needs so that they are motivated to work. Even if persons are trained and can increase their rate of production, they may not do so unless they have job satisfaction. By introducing performance pay, we can force persons who have the skills to get up the laurels and work. The days of paying workers for being present or just possessing skills and certificates no longer apply. If we want them to produce, we have to reward them for doing just that. I now leave you in the competent hands of my colleague who will further illuminate your mind and clarify your thoughts on the motion. I thank you.